Sudbury sucks. There's nothing to do here. Try to do that with a straight face. You probably heard that before though. So this video is 5 things that people hate about Sudbury. And I'm gonna start with one that is basically what I just mentioned, our reputation. So before I get started, I'm Tristan Ritchie from Lake City Realty, and I make educational videos on Sudbury and things that happen and just about our city. I love Sudbury, although there are some things that aren't quite as fun, which I'll mention. But if you get any valuable content from me, please like, subscribe, comment. It honestly really helps and I really appreciate it. I love seeing even just one like. I get a notification in my inbox and it means a lot. So let's get right into it. Number 1 is our reputation. Everyone thinks Sudbury is this northern hick city. We just live up in the 4 hours north in igloos, and all of us are blue collar workers, and it's just full of drugs. That's the reputation we have. A lot of people down south in Toronto, that's what they tell me when we talk on the phone. They're surprised when I tell them we're the largest bilingual city in all of Canada. And most of our jobs, honestly, are government, our universities, colleges, the CRA. There's over 3,000 jobs here from the CRA. So it is not a hick town like you would believe. There's a ton of opportunity out here and we're only growing from here. Number 2, you've got to know that our winters aren't that fun. There's a lot of things that you can do that it comes with benefits. You can go snowshoeing, you can go cross-country skiing, you can go hiking in the winter, but what you have to know is if you're gonna live here, you gotta be prepared for a couple days a year, your car might not start. You wake up early in the morning, you're getting all ready for work, you pack your lunch, you have your coffee. Maybe you're a little bit late, then you go outside, you're like, wow, I gotta shovel a foot of snow, and then the snowplow goes by, and you have 3 feet of snow at the edge of your driveway that you have to shovel. So that's what our weather's come to. There's also some moments that it's gonna feel like minus 40 over here, which means you're going out with your biggest jacket on, your toque, your mitts, and you're still frozen. You gotta wait 10 minutes for your car to heat up. So those are some of the struggles that we live through in winter, and that cold is actually what leads me to my point number 3. You have not heard about Sudbury if you haven't heard about potholes. Our city is full of potholes. It's not really that important point because you just drive around them, you skip them. Some people pop a tire or they just get a huge thud in their car and they just get really worried for about a day until they find out everything's okay. But the potholes are very annoying in Sudbury, and when the city goes to fix them, they never really fix them. It's weird. It's like they have the opportunity to fix them perfectly, and then the next year, the exact same place, exact same pothole needs to be fixed again. So that's part of our cold, but that is a huge problem here in Sudbury. Talk to anyone, they'll tell you exactly that. Number 4, our taxes are very high, our property taxes. So if you own a home, your ratio, your value to taxes, there's always a ratio that they use to calculate your taxes, is very high. Part of that is because we have such a large city. So we're very spread out geographically. So you need a car often, which leads me to the next point. But because of that, there's more roads to maintain, potholes, there's more sewage lines, there's more water lines, right? There's a lot more infrastructure that the city has to deal with, so the property taxes are a bit higher. Also, the lots are bigger here. So for example, if you want your average bungalow, average house price, 400,000, let's say, 3 bedrooms up, kind of dated, you're looking at about $4,000 to $4,500 a year in property taxes. If you're on the lake, you're 10, 12, 14, obviously depending on the value of your home. So those are quite high, so expect those. And number 5, this is not a walkable city. If you're moving here, we do have public transportation like the bus system, but it is not that great. So if you're moving here, everything's all over the place. You almost need a car. It'd be a lot better with one. Most people have one because everything's very spread out. For example, Costco is at one end, then you're in the south end, you're about a 15-minute drive to get to the Walmart over there. There is a Walmart in New Sudbury as well, but then downtown is kind of closed off. So if you're gonna live somewhere like New Sudbury or Minnow Lake, South End, Azilda, you have to drive about 10 minutes to get into the downtown core. So we're not very walkable or bikeable city. Although don't be afraid, there's still ways around. You can still live close to most things. There's a lot of people that don't have vehicles, but that is just one thing to keep in mind. If you're moving here, things are a little bit more spread out. But we don't have traffic, which is a huge benefit. So that's 5 things that people hate about Sudbury. Although I actually love Sudbury, I love living here. It's the perfect place for me. So many benefits. You can look at my other videos, but those are some things that you need to know before moving here or before investing here. So I'm Tristan Ritchie from Lake City Realty. If you have any questions, reach out to me at any time. Our team would love to help you look for real estate here in Sudbury. And like I said before, like, comment, subscribe. It truly helps.